Kevin Sidebottom here, speaker, author, and trainer. And I go around the country and I teach sales organizations and leadership teams on how to grow influence with their customers and their teams and grow their profits. That's right. I teach people how to do this with the processes that I've learned over the years. And it's helped a lot of organizations grow. Today, let's talk about how to build trust and credibility. Well, the reason why is we need to have trust and credibility with our teams. Now, I've created a trust equation, and credibility is actually one of the variables in that equation. We have to be a credible source. Okay, we're going to talk about that in this video. We're going to answer the 3 questions that everybody asks about us, and we're going to talk about how you build trust through those questions and how we build credibility on those things. I'm going to give you one tidbit at the very end of this video that's going to make you a rock star overnight. So stay tuned, okay? So let's talk about the 3 questions that everybody asks. And they are, do I like you? Do I trust you? And how can you help me? Now, it's not just selfish because everybody's selfish. It's because people just really want to know, how can I grow? How can I advance? What will it take? Well, they also need to know that their team members can be trusted, and if they don't like them, typically they're not going to trust them. Just like in sales, if someone doesn't like you, they're not buying from you. Okay, if you're too aggressive for somebody, and they walk out the door because they're like, wow, that guy was too pushy. Okay, we need to make sure that we're likable and build trust. Well, we need to make sure what colors we're wearing, what perfumes we're wearing, what the environment is. Those all go into this. We also need to make sure that we're taking good notes on people. We need to understand exactly where they are and where they want to go, right? We want to help them. We need to be intentional on how we're focused on other people and not just ourselves, because we're all selfish to a point. We all think of ourselves at one way or another. But we need to be changing that and focusing on other people if we want to build trust and influence in our relationships. So how do we do that? Well, we have a CRM. Most organizations have a customer relationship management tool like Salesforce and HubSpot and all these other ones that are out there. There's hundreds of them out there. My go-to is still a piece of paper. Why is it a piece of paper? Well, whenever I'm sitting with people and I ask them if it's okay to take notes, you know what they say? Sure. Yeah, great. Because it shows that I'm intently listening and leaning in to learn about them. And wouldn't you want to learn about people, and wouldn't you want people to learn about you? Right? It goes back to that selfishness. We all want people to know who we are. We want to feel valued. By taking notes, we do that. So, take notes on people. It will help you build trust. Okay? So let's get into the credibility piece. Most people say, well, credibility is you go and get a degree, you're knowledgeable about a topic, you've got years of experience on a topic, and now you're automatically deemed credible. Well, that's true to a point. I mean, there's some people that have been educated so long that they know, the Dewey Decimal System, they can do all these different math problems and all that stuff, and they're very credible. They're a credible source. You see this all the time on news articles. I have a credible source that told me this and that. Well, that's great that we have that knowledge, but there's one other way that we can actually build credibility, and I call it being the bridge. That's right. I literally learned this when I first got into sales and I was down in Florida. And I was actually helping people build bridges. And I'd have one customer say, hey, I'm looking at buying this product. What do you know about it? And I'd ask them, well, why do you think I know about it? Well, you were an electrical engineer. Well, that doesn't deem that I know everything about every software ever made. I mean, because let's be honest, I don't. And if you looked at my scores in college, you'd be astonished that I even graduated, right? But here's the deal. What I was doing is saying, well, hey, you know what? So-and-so over here actually knows it. So I was actually taking this person here that had the question, linking them to this person, and they built bonds. And they would talk, and I would ask that person, hey, do you mind giving this person a call down here? Because they're looking at this software. They don't really know much about it. Can you help guide them on some of the issues you've had and why you like it and so on and forth? And you know what happened? They built bonds. And then they started talking. And when they became my customers, they got to see each other. They built even stronger bonds. You know what happened for me? And I didn't even know this was going to happen, is I became a credible source. Because then all these customers started asking me more and more questions about different topics because they knew I was LinkedIn and I could help them. I instantly gained credibility. And I was able to use that when I was meeting with new people of, hey, if you need a credible source on this, go talk to this person. If you need this, go talk to this person. All these things help build credibility. So you don't have to be the utmost, scholared person. You can actually be the bridge, and it benefits everybody, okay? Now, here's the last thing I always say to do. Now, businesses and salespeople typically will overcommit and underproduce. They'll cast out this grand vision of what everything's going to look like, and when it comes in, it misses the mark, basically. So what do? Well, we want to make sure that we're kind of conservative. And what I've learned when I was a program manager is there's actually these things called float. If you say, hey, we're going to have a project done and it's going to take us about 10 days, well, you kind of bake in a couple extra days. Why do you build in these extra couple days? Well, here's why. Because something happens, whether it's a shutdown somewhere or some kind of thing happens, you're always going to have some kind of obstacle. Well, when you have these float days and you actually hit that date, well, you build trust because you've done it on the date you said it's going to happen. But here's what happens if you actually overachieve and you hit the date that you planned on hitting. Well, now you're a rock star, right? We're a rock star with our customers or our team members because we hit a date earlier, instantaneous, and it's simple. Now, I warn you, you don't just go there and be so ultra conservative that you actually don't commit to any days. You actually commit to something and you action it and hit that date. That's what we need to be doing. Okay? If you have any questions about this video, reach out. I got contacts below. Be glad to talk to you and see how I can help you. Now, if you like this video and it adds some value, hit like, share, subscribe, get it out to other people so it helps them that you think might be helped. Okay? That's it for now. We'll see you next time.